Film Fanatics.
Crazy! It's crazy.
The nuts about that.
Now, the Houston Film Fanatics.
What's up, everybody? This is Ray.
This is Dylan.
This is Kata.
And we are the Houston Film Fanatics. We've got a great show for you today. We are talking some reviews, some things that have already hit the box office going on this week. Before we get to all that, let's have a quick chat about what kicked ass and took names in the top 5 box office this week. All right, so coming in number 5 is a film I haven't seen yet, but I actually really want to. It's Snowden.
I've actually heard some good things about it. My government teacher talked about it.
Really?
So it was actually really good.
Did he watch it? Did he endorse it?
He actually did endorse it, and he's actually kind of anti-government, but that's another story.
That's interesting. Did you say he was your government teacher who's anti-government?
Yeah.
Yes.
How does he function?
Yeah.
It's a fun class, let me tell you what.
He's like a mole. He's like fighting the system from the inside.
He's like living in a life of irony, like completely like just...
What's your teacher's name? It's like I
Ooh.
don't want to say. Fine. Coming in at number 4. Really good movie, Bridget Jones's Baby.
You liked it.
I loved it so much. You haven't seen it.
Isn't
Be honest with me.
isn't like a romantic
I never
movie?
saw the first one because I never had any attention to want to watch Bridget
it's a
Jones'
sequel?
Diary.
It's the
and
third
then,
one.
And there's
in
a
the
second
series.
one, and then there's a third
Okay,
one.
first off, just to be
3?
fair, the first one came out in like
The 90s.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
I was in high school.
I was born.
Yeah, I mean, it was like 2001, I think, when the first one came out. I had just graduated high school. Anyway, really good. If you like the other two, super cute, good date movie.
Oh, it's 2001 actually.
Yeah.
Did you?
I did.
I thought it was early 90s.
I heard early
but-
90s.
Yeah.
Well, he said early 90s.
I thought it was, but it's actually 2001, which was a weird time
For who?
for everyone because they didn't know if they were in the 90s still or they were in the 2000s. It was a strange time.
I mean,
for
I was
everyone.
2 at the time, so I mean,
Yeah.
You know what,
it was
Carter,
pretty
shut up.
weird.
All right, so coming in at number 3, we've got the Tom Hanks biopic, Sully.
Ooh, I'm actually wearing that jacket right now.
I'm really glad that this is number 3. I don't feel
Yeah.
like it needed to be number 1 for so long.
Yep.
Sorry,
Yep.
guys.
Yeah.
Coming in number 2, also super cute, and I didn't think I was going to like it, but I did. The animated film Storks. Just in case you boys need to know where babies come from. It's like an educational film.
Ooh.
Which studio did it? It's Warner Brothers.
Thank you.
Huh.
Interesting. It's the Sony's animated pictures.
There
What
it
it is basically.
It's a pretty good movie. It had a lot of laughs. I enjoyed it. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I did.
Nice.
So is there just a comedy about like storks delivering babies?
Well,
or-
no,
Yeah.
basically, the storks have kind of decided there's not as much money in delivering babies, so they almost become Amazon.com.
yeah.
So they're delivering packages now. They've given up on delivering babies. And there's this one baby that never got delivered because somebody lost and broke, I guess, the address of where she was supposed to go. So
The
they
shipping
kept
label.
her. Yeah, the shipping label was lost. So they just kept her, and she ends up kind of being this huge pain in the ass for the storks. They basically tell one of the storks who's up next for promotion to fire her, and he can't bring himself to do it, and then just everything snowballs from there out of control. And they accidentally restart the baby-making machine, and then we have more babies.
Yay.
Anyway, it's funny, it's good, I recommend it.
Actually sounds pretty interesting.
Very interesting. That is interesting.
Might be down to
it's-
watch that.
Okay, that's interesting. It's
I
a
like
Starling review.
Again, I had no idea what I was even going into because I didn't even watch the trailer.
Oh,
We were
that's
doing-
always
That's
good.
always
We were
fun,
doing
yeah.
giveaways. We were out at the screenings. I was like, you know, F it, I'll stay.
Though. Yeah,
And
I like
was like,
that.
this is pretty good.
See, it's
Honestly,
always fun to go blind.
I think
like
kind of
that.
fun to go to a movie without knowing what it's about at all, and just
Well,
like
Yeah.
I kind of went in blind for the next movie, which is the number 1 of the box office, Magnificent Seven.
Ooh,
Mm.
you
What-
didn't
Chris
watch
Pratt
any trailer
wasn't-
on that? How
not
did
a
you not
thing.
watch
How? It's
anything?
everywhere.
I literally watched so many trailers. You'd be amazed at how many just go through, like slip through.
They just like your mind
Yeah,
just
I'm just
processes
like whatever.
them.
Okay, I got other
wasn't
things.
the Ridiculous Six based off of this like, as a parody?
Yeah, it was like
Okay.
a super cheesy.
Because that
parody.
came out
Yeah.
like way earlier
Yeah.
compared to
Well,
this.
I mean, the Magnificent Seven is a remake.
Yeah,
It's
so
a
you got
remake?
the Ridiculous
Yul Brynner was
Six,
in like the original way back in the day.
Magnificent Seven, and the Hateful Eight,
Ooh.
and now they're gonna have probably another one
Another
of
one.
some kind of adjective plus 9. It could be
I got
like
nothing for that.
the Merciless 9,
Considering that none of these have anything to do with each other.
the Ruthless 9, the Terrifying 9.
99.
I think that everybody should go see it. I think if you like Western movies, it's good, but
I think you should just see it just because Denzel's in it.
And Chris,
Denzel's a weird
and Chris
cowboy.
Pratt.
And Chris Pratt is basically
The main-
Star-Lord
yeah.
from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Not a
with
surprise.
cowboy hat.
Yeah, he was that
mean,
also
nothing
in
is
Jurassic Park. If you realize that.
he was kind
I
of like
did
that. But I feel like he was
realize.
more kind of like.
Yeah, he was just Star Lord again. That's what he's good at, and that's fine, man.
I feel like he's more serious in Jurassic World though, compared to.
I think he
He
was
a
okay.
little bit more believable badass.
He
I mean,
was my boy Blue, so you know.
one movie that finally got bumped out of the top 5 that I really kind of want to talk about because we didn't get a chance to because we've been gone for a little bit.
Yep.
Mhm.
Is The Blair Witch.
Very spooky.
I can't can't even believe that this kid says that. Okay, so I feel like this movie is the film equivalent of those
Garbage.
that Batman cereal that we all tried.
Yeah.
And we all hated it, and then Carter was like, "It's not so bad."
Yeah, it was like that. So
It was
like,
exactly
you're
like
telling me
that.
that the older
I mean-
generation all thinks it's shit, but the
Yeah.
younger generation be like, it's not that bad.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh.
Honestly, it was Blair Witch 1.2. I mean, it was like
It
the
wasn't
same
even a-
thing.
it
Did
was
you
the
see the
exact
first
same-
one?
Of course, I've seen the first one.
Okay,
Dylan.
you
I
say
haven't
that.
even seen that.
You seen the first one?
I haven't seen the first one.
You should see the first one. You
Maybe
should,
next week, maybe
everybody
watch it. And,
you should see it at least once.
Yeah, honestly, it's like it kind of started the found footage films, or like it made
was
it like
the
popular.
film that started the found
It
footage.
literally,
Yeah.
and it had a ruthless marketing campaign.
Well, yeah, because you thought it was real.
You
So,
really
like,
thought it
honestly,
was real.
I
If
remember
I-
I was on vacation with you, Dylan,
At
and the rest
Disney
of our
World.
family. And I remember seeing the previews for it and thinking, "Oh my god, I can't
Yeah.
wait to go home and watch this."
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
I was scared.
I mean, the
I won't
first
lie.
one, in
We're
my
all
opinion, was
scared.
actually pretty good. I mean, this one, it's not as good, but it's not terrible. I
It
mean,
is terrible.
It's
though.
not okay.
It is literally
the
same
people,
damn
the
movie
people
in
in it
color.
honestly are way dumber than the first one. But it's
Which
just,
doesn't help your story if they're all stupid.
I'm just saying, it's not as bad as you're making it sound. Also, it's
no,
like-
you're right. It's worse. I mean, like, it's totally worse.
And at times, it was a little spooky, at least for me. Granted, people are grabbing me like before jump scares and making me already like tense up. But
I just don't know what to do with you. But that being said,
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to move on.
Yep.
Actually, like to move on and talk all things streaming in our little segment called
Islands in the Stream.
Islands in the Stream. All right, so this week I have gotten so freaking deep heavy into Narcos. I just can't see straight.
Dude.
I'm ready to move to Colombia. I'm gonna go fight crime.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna learn Spanish.
you go be the next,
Yeah.
become the next Pablo Escobar.
I am.
Yeah.
Have you
Are
guys watched this
I know
show?
this is the greatest thing. The greatest thing about Pablo, you can't see me do this, but this is the greatest thing. He always about 5 minutes before he's about to do anything serious.
He's
he
like
takes-
grabbing his
he-
belt.
Yeah,
and
he's
like
like
adjusting his pants.
Yeah, and
like,
he
is,
always
like-
he always picks his pants up, and
Yeah.
he's gotta
Well,
like
he always looks really uncomfortable.
yeah.
no matter what scene
His
it
gut
he's
is
really...
hanging over, and he has to put his shirt tucked in. He can't do it. He just can't do it,
Well,
man.
they made shirts a lot shorter back then too. It was kind of like dude shirts came up to like their belly button.
Oh my god, dude! It was
Could not make
hilarious every time, man. He's always picking up his waistline.
I'm just addicted to this show.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even want to leave the house this weekend.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Huh.
It's so
Did you
good.
finish season 2?
Not yet.
I actually haven't
It's a
seen it
work
yet.
of-
I haven't finished season 1, so
One episode finished. Episode away from finishing season 1, and then we're going straight. I mean, it was just so good. I'm watching this at work, and it's really, really hard because normally I watch things at work when I keep it in the corner of the screen and I can kind of just listen. But since I don't speak Spanish, I'm having to constantly stop whatever it is that I'm doing and just
Just focus
focus on
on
the
that.
show.
so you can watch the
yeah, my
subtitles.
productivity's gone to hell. Sorry, work.
Damn.
Anyway.
Damn. Speaking of shows that you just got super into, I watched Vice Principals like all in like 1 week. That show is fantastic, and I recommend it to anyone.
Danny McBride, right?
Danny McBride and Walter Goggins, and that guy, Walter Goggins, is the guy that you've probably seen in a lot of different shows. He was in The Shield. He's really good in The Shield. He played
The bald guy?
No,
I don't know
that's
who that
not
is.
the bald guy. It's the guy.
That's the only person I know.
No.
from The Shield.
He was one of the friends. His name was Shane in there, but he was like the biggest asshole, and everybody hated him. He's also in Justified. You ever seen that show? That's on. What's it on?
Is he the guy from Lucifer? Lucifer or no?
I
looks
haven't
like I'm
seen.
aware
I
of
haven't
it.
seen Lucifer, so I couldn't tell you. But
Lucifer's a great show.
I'm
yeah.
loving Lucifer.
But
oh my God.
if you like Danny McBride, you like Eastbound and Down, highly recommend this show. It's fucking hilarious.
Same humor.
It is legitimately like the same humor, but it's actually better directed. Like honestly, like there's scenes that you're just like they take acid at one point, and it gets crazy. It's so worth a watch. I highly recommend it to everyone.
What about you, Carter? You got anything bringing to the table?
Well,
Netflix-wise?
not really Netflix-wise, but lately I've been watching American Horror Story Coven, also Lucifer.
Oh, to play catch up with what's going on?
Yeah, honestly, I really am. American Horror Story Coven, that's kind of taken me like completely surprised, like the way they're going with this. It's like completely different than how they've been doing it like in the previous seasons. But so far, I'm actually really enjoying it. I feel like it's gonna get dark really fast soon.
Yeah, that show is great. Okay, I got another thing I want to bring up if we're talking streaming stuff. And have you guys watched on Netflix the show called Love?
No.
Okay,
Like Noah Gaspar's Love.
So yeah, I know what you're talking about, and that show came out right when I just broke up with my last girlfriend. So I like did not in any way want to watch a show that was about love.
But it's
so
100% not about love.
I completely had to like move past it, and I haven't gone back.
Yeah, like our Gaspar Noé is the show, and like it is so there's just so much what the fuck happens in there. This is basically okay. When this came out, it had already made the rounds at all of the the festivals and whatnot.
Right.
It's basically porn. Like, not even softcore. Like, this is, like, straight up super hardcore porn.
Like hardcore.
What?
Like, hardcore porn.
And it's a Netflix movie.
It is a Netflix movie. I don't even know how it made it on there. It's got terrible reviews, okay? But
Why did you watch it then?
it was just one of those things that I go through these periods where I'm just like, okay, I gotta clean out my list. And at one point I saw it and I was like, oh, that kind of sounds good. Here's the synopsis: is a man in an unsatisfying marriage recalls the details of an intense past relationship with an ex-girlfriend when he gets word that she may be missing. Okay, so basically he's reminiscing about how kick-ass his last girlfriend was, and it's in France too. He's got like this super hot French girlfriend who is basically down for whatever, and I do mean whatever. I mean, there's a threesome in there. They go to a bunch of sex clubs. You get to see, like, okay, we're gonna be totally honest here because I feel like you have earned that. Mm-hmm. There are no less than 3, again, 1, 2, 3 cum shots in this show. One of which is seen from inside her vagina.
Oh, what?
And apparently when this movie was making the rounds at the festivals, it was shown in 3D. Let that sit in.
Wait. Like, come at you 3D or
Yo, bad choice of words, but yes.
Come at you.
or background 3D? Those are
Pun
two different
intended.
things.
No, I think it's come at you.
Ooh, okay.
Because I was reading reviews from other reviewers, and it was just ridiculous.
Wow. 3. Okay. Like, and they were like shown too, like everything, or was it like
it
a
was
side
like
frame?
there was no. I mean, you're like hovering over the bed. You're like from the side. You're like right up in there. I mean, yeah.
So wait, so is there a camera in like?
Was there
inside?
penetration
I
too?
don't think that was. That can't be real. It just can't be. I mean, it was way too.
Are you
bright
telling
in
me
there.
they
When
did
you're
movie
indie,
magic
Raylan,
for
yeah.
that?
Movie magic indeed.
When you're indie, you gotta go the whole 9 yards.
Well, and it's just so creepy because there's this one part. Okay, so the director's name is Gaspar, and so there's this one part of the movie that really kind of creeped me out. It's the main characters, the dude and his ex-girlfriend are talking about, well, what would we do if we had a baby? What would we name it? And the guy is like, I know, let's name it Gaspar. And I'm like, ew, why would you like you really want to be in this movie?
Yeah.
It's
He
creepy.
really wanted to like have people understand that Gaspar isn't a terrible name.
Yeah, so I mean, it's weird. And this guy who's like the main character, who's like pining over his ex-girlfriend, is kind of a douchebag anyway.
Oh, then you can't relate to him, which makes it even worse.
Yeah, and like this is a relationship that you can tell is already like kind of over with, but they still keep going at it. I don't even think they have time to talk, is because they're too busy like screwing every time you turn around.
Jesus.
That's actually how the film starts. It starts with a handy, which turns into a BJ, which turns into opening credits.
Well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, super quick.
Well,
so you have no idea what you're getting into.
So you're telling me I need to at least watch the first 5 minutes?
2 hours and 14 minutes later.
How is that long?
I don't know. It took me like 4 days to watch this.
And
'Cause
I
I kept like wandering off. I'm like, I'm bored.
Was there actually a story, or was it just basically just
It's
hardcore?
just him like weirdly reminiscing about his ex-girlfriend who
like
was
like
missing.
just thinking about memories of like them
Yeah.
doing it all the time.
Pretty much.
How is it a movie?
Yeah.
So you could head on to Netflix and find out
Yeah,
yourself.
I started watching about like a little bit of this show that just came out called Easy on there. That just came out, and I watched maybe about 20 minutes. It was just the typical couple drama
That's
show.
like the first thing that pops up actually when you log into Netflix right now.
Yeah, like the guy is upset because he's like the man at home, and like apparently someone brings up this study that all men and women like have this thing about the breadwinner, and like the person, like if you have a traditional conventional roles where like the woman is like taking care of the kids and the man is like going to work, then you have more sex and it's more like fruitful. And so like that gets said, she's like, oh no honey, that's not a real thing. And then he's all pining over it like, oh no, wait, our sex really isn't that good, like what's going on? And then she starts thinking about it and she's like, oh no, maybe it is a thing, like maybe that is something that's going on. And that was like the whole episode was that, and I'm like, I don't know if I can watch one of these couple shows. Like I'm not really
It's
like
weird.
Yeah, it sounds kind of bad.
it's just like an okay show. There was anything good? Like that's what I loved about Stranger Things, because Stranger Things was like a show that like I was like deeply interested in. It wasn't like the same old shit that you see all the time, recycled garbage. That's why I also like Master of None too, Aziz Ansari. Like I think he did.
Funny as hell.
I think he did a good job with that, and I am segmenting all the way around.
Really, you took
Yeah.
you took an exit,
Yeah.
and the rest of us are still going straight. Going, wait, what?
What?
I know what's going on.
Took the road less traveled
The road less traveled.
and
Indeed.
talked
That
it
made
and
all
talked
the
too much out of it.
difference.
Well, there you have it. So that's what's up in streaming.
Yeah.
I feel like we learned a lot about.
Yeah, we did. We did.
About everybody.
Okay.
Just by chance, are any of you guys watching American Horror Story?
No.
The new season?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Of course.
Of course. I talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
Dylan, just sit out. No, you're
Well-
watching Coven, you said.
No,
you're
I-
watching the new
Oh,
season.
no, I didn't. Oh, I meant
Yeah,
the...
Roanoke or whatever
I
it's
meant
called.
the new one.
You literally, this whole time I'm thinking you're talking about Coven.
No. Okay.
Everybody thinks
Coven's
you're
the first... No, because, like, it's witches, so I thought...
Do you even know the name of the new season?
Roanoke Nightmare.
My Roanoke Nightmare.
Woo! Got it right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's the same kind of the same premise in a way, not really, but there's witches involved. So that's the first thing that pops in my
Well,
head.
also it's like filmed like a documentary.
Do you
Oh.
not like? Okay, they can't see the eye roll that you just did.
Yeah.
The massive eye roll.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about.
it. It's different.
It's really like compared to the last couple of seasons. Like each season is like very different in its own like way. But this season like takes the cake and being like different.
I'm just so excited that Cuba Gooding Jr. is acting
Yeah, that
again.
was like the only exciting thing I
he
saw.
came back
of that.
strong as OJ, and now here he is.
I just want my Evan Peters. Just give me my Evan Peters. I'll
He's
be
coming.
happy.
I want Evan Peters.
There's
That's
more.
what
I feel like he's gonna be a
Did you
pig.
see Lady Gaga this last episode?
Wait, is she in it?
She was like that weird witch doctor woman.
Wait, what?
You got to look in the background next time.
Okay, I'll look
Yeah,
in
we
the
were
background.
watching it
This
like,
is like,
holy crap, is that Lady Gaga?
'cause I
Sure enough, Lady Gaga. Good stuff.
But God, the nurses though. The nurses really. That was so bad.
Yeah, there's so many creepy things. I like where this is going. I can't wait till next week.
I'm telling you right now, this is gonna get super, super dark really fast.
Oh god, yeah.
And like the little kid.
I don't know, man.
Oh man.
I'm excited for where the season's headed.
Mm-hmm.
And there's really, you think about it, there's not that many episodes left.
Are you serious?
I mean, it
Well, I thought you just started.
it did just start.
It's
They
3
don't
episodes
have,
in, right?
Yeah, but they don't have that many episodes per season.
It's like 9.
Yeah, I
7,
mean, like,
10?
I thought it's usually 10.
I think it's like a 12 episode season. So I mean, really,
Oh,
we
okay.
have 9 episodes left. I mean, that is gonna go by so fast.
You're already on the 3rd episode now?
Yeah, we're like rocking and rolling.
Hit the ground running.
Damn.
So yeah, this week is gonna be awesome.
Time out. Also, I really don't understand why they didn't just leave the house immediately or try to sell it. The second bad things happen, like, okay, so some racists are trying to take us out of our house.
Well, let me tell you
Let's
something.
stick it to them.
Let me tell you something about the white people. They will not be driven out of their home.
Yeah, they will not. We bought this home fair and square. We have the deed.
Actually, I can't even say white people because Cuba Gooding Jr. is totally in there, but he's like the whitest black guy ever in this show.
He is definitely the white.
He
black
really
guy.
is. Yeah.
I mean, sweater vests and all. He is not gonna be scared out of his house.
Yeah.
Not by the rednecks, not by any ghosts.
Not by anyone.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Any
Nope.
murderous nurse? Nope.
Have
No.
you watched South Park? The new season started.
I have not.
That's been
Oh,
glorious.
that's been great.
That's been hilarious because it is highlighting on, of course, our current events right now.
And political correctness.
Yeah, with internet trolls and like
Well-
how ridiculous they are.
All I gotta say is that this week's episode should be amazing since we've got the very first presidential debate happening tonight.
Oh
So I
man.
can only imagine, like, basically all of the like late night TV and shows like South Park is gonna be fantastic this week.
I know they are going to rip them up.
Yeah,
like
I
I
mean-
know it is.
I can't wait.
I can't wait to. That's gonna be awesome.
I should have posted it. Like, I found online a bunch of like presidential debate bingo, and I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah, you
And-
should just you gotta really just have like Trump's like have him actually talk about his plan, like go all the way through with what he's trying to do.
We got Bloomberg, who's going to be doing live fact checking throughout the entire debate.
Oh
which is
my
awesome.
God.
Exciting.
You've got this Attorney General who is warning everybody that if you guys are planning on doing political drinking games tonight, if you take a drink every time Donald Trump lies, you will probably get alcohol poisoning.
Man, there's so many drinking games you could just do with this.
Yeah, you'd be dead before
It'd be so-
we're an hour in.
Like 30
So-
minutes, you're already just.
Yeah, I mean, we got
You're gonna
90
black
minutes
out.
here. Everybody pace yourself. So that's what I know.
I'm listening.
He's listening. It's fantastic.
Yep.
At least one person.
Is he gonna pace himself?
I don't know. But it looks really good. It'll be fun. I'm looking forward to watching tonight. We were supposed to, at this point in the show, have a kick-ass interview with Jim Brewer. But, thanks to the Open Air Festival totally jumping the shark this weekend, that did
That's
not
the
happen.
mage.
But we are in talks with getting him back on the show, maybe a little bit later this week, so we will see.
Can you go ahead and tell our viewers what Jim Brewer does?
Well, Jim Brewer's a comedian and an actor. You
Okay.
would probably recognize him most from either his stand-up or from being on SNL. He did the Goat Boy skit that he's super famous for. He was also in the movie Half Baked with Dave Chappelle.
Half baked.
Half Baked, which is a comedic classic if you haven't seen it. I
Yep.
totally recommend
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But anyway, so he's kind of gotten away from doing like the acting and stuff like that, and he's actually out with a new album, metal album.
He does metal.
He's got a new band, Jim Brewer and the Loud and Rowdies, and his new album is called Songs from the Garage. And it's kind of okay. It's weird because you think it's gonna be cheesy, and you know, the album itself is actually oddly really really good. The songs are fun but totally relatable. I mean, we were listening to it, and the only term that we could think of to call it is like dad rock. I mean, it's like
Dad
you've got
rock?
dad
Dad
jokes over
rock.
here. It's like dad rock. I don't know how else to say
That
it.
sounds amazing.
He's got a whole song about raising teenage girls, And I mean, he's got another song where his wife has basically left him alone in the house, and it's called Thrash. And so as soon as he's left alone, all he wants to do is thrash. He puts his headphones on, and he's just jamming throughout the fucking house. All of the videos super silly. He's got a bunch of them posted already on YouTube if you want to check them out. But anyway, hopefully we'll get him back on the show, get to talk to him about his new album and how it all came together. So stay tuned for that, people.
Woo! Exciting.
Exciting.
Yeah,
Very exciting.
good
I want to
stuff.
talk to that guy.
Next week, we have a ton of giveaways for you also. Actually, if you head up, well, I say next week, I mean this week. We've already got it posted up on HoustonFilmFanatics.com on our contest page. You can register for a chance to win reserved seats at our screening of The Girl on the Train, starring Emily Blunt. It's going to be this year's Gone Girl, as critics are saying.
Ooh, really?
And I read the book. It was super good.
I
So,
love Gone Girl.
It was
Gone
good.
Girl was good.
No, this one's going to have a lot of twists and turns. And
What is
a
it
pretty
called?
good
Do you
ending.
think it's gonna be as
The
good
Girl
as
on the
Gone
Train?
Girl?
We roll a train.
The Girl on the Train.
The girl on the train.
Yeah, and so I recommend you guys getting signed up for that. Also, we have got some tickets for you to check out the movie Snowden, and we'll also throw in a full-size theatrical poster with that as well.
Fantastic. Sounds good.
So, a lot of good stuff, and we should have reviews coming back at you for Deepwater Horizon, checking that one out this week, as well as The Dressmaker, and good stuff.
Yeah. Very
So-
good stuff. It's exciting.
Sounds cool.
And we're going to definitely try to get another show out next week as well after the month-old hiatus.
That's right.
That's
Yeah,
it's been a
bring it
little
back.
long.
We're bringing it back big,
Bringing it back big every week.
mostly.
Hopefully.
Mostly.
We'll
as
try.
well as we
Usually.
can.
We'll see.
As schedule permits.
That's schedule permits.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to the show this week. And hit us up at HoustonFilmFanatics.com. Don't forget to leave your comments and give us a few likes. This is HFF Ray.
This is Dylan.
This is Carter.
Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night, y'all.
Bye.